and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name's Brittany and today we're back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these weekly on every single Tuesday. We're starting out in my new drawer. Last week from the new drawer, what did I pull out? Okay, so I pulled out this NARS contour color in the shade Talia, and it looked like that. And then I also pulled out this ColourPop glitter, which I did not use, surprisingly. It is in Do I Look Like I Care from the Villains collection. I'm just going to put that one up and maybe try to pull it some other time down the road. This week I'm just going to pull out one product, but it's going to be this huge, just because like I just don't think that looks good. Like, I don't know. So I need to pull it. It's the Too Faced Natural Lust palette, and let me show you. It just looks like this. So many options, but like I can see this being a quick palette. Like put one of the shimmers in all over the lid, one of those matte colors on the crease. I feel like it looks pretty easy to work with. So yeah, we're gonna pull this one. And that's all for this. I really enjoyed the base of my face. This week I used the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I remember pulling this in the summertime and I didn't love it, but in the wintertime I absolutely do love it. I'm going to put this one back and I want to pull, this is one of my 20 and 20s, I want to be good. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick. I pulled this recently, but it was with a primer that I don't think worked the best with it, so I want to pull with a different primer. So I'm going to pull this one. For primers, I liked this in kind of combination with that Too Faced foundation, the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. I don't know, like I used to love this one, and with that foundation I loved it again. But I'm gonna put it back. Last time with that foundation I pulled out this one, that Becca one, but this time I'm gonna pull out the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I just feel like this is a very simple, very easy, like go-to primer, and it normally works with all foundations, even my trouble ones, so hopefully it will work with this foundation. So we're gonna pull that one. And then for setting powders, I used my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I don't have much of this left, which is crazy. It takes me forever to finish up a powder, but we're gonna put this one up. I'm gonna pull this actually, which is like scary. Last time I had that foundation, I pulled the Hourglass powder, but I want to try the Too Faced Born This Way just because it needs more. Like it needs to be fully set, and this is the most I don't know, like drying, I feel, powder that I have. Yeah, so we're gonna pull this one. I'm interested to see how that's gonna work. I may be kicking myself for that because I don't love that, and I don't love that foundation, so we'll see. But I'm going to pull in and keep in this Rimmel Stay Matte for touch-ups. It's also in 2020 Project Pan. I'm going to use that. For concealers last week, I used a combination. So I used this Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer paired with my Becca Brightening. And I like them together. However, after a week's worth of use, it really is drying, like very drying under the eyes. So I'm ready to put these up. I enjoyed it, but it's time to put them up for a while. And I want to pull out the, should I do this or should I try? I don't want to try any more new products with that foundation. So let's do tried and true Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. And then I want to put up this CoverGirl Outlast Active. The spray indeed is broke, as I thought, and I'm not going to pull this one again. I don't know if I'll like it even when the spray works. It's very like 90s, like cucumber melon Bath and Body Works smell, and I don't know, it has a different sensation. I don't know how to describe it on face, but I want to use the Revlon Photo Ready, and this one's almost used up, so I want to use this one up so I can transfer the CoverGirl setting spray in it. So yeah, I'm going to pull this one. It's a good drugstore option. And then I'm going to keep in my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. It's in a Project Pan, and it's also the lotion that I use in the wintertime. And that's all for this. Basically blush, bronzer, highlight, contour drawer. That's how I normally introduce it. I don't know what I just did there. So for contour last week, Oh my gosh, I have to tell you how much I absolutely fell in love with this. I was nervous about pulling it from my new drawer just because I thought it was a bronzer, and it is definitely a contour in Talia, and I tell you, this is already quickly a fave. But we're going to put that one up. And for contour this week, I actually want to just stick with this palette. The Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour. It isn't a project pan. I don't know if I will hit on the contour shades, but I always use this as an under eye and not to set the lid. So we're just going to keep this one in and use it as contour. And for bronzer last week, I used the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer. It is amazing, but with that Talia shade, it was just, I mean, I loved it. Loved it, loved it. I'm going to put that one back, and I'm going to pull, probably no surprise, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Just trying to get some good use out of these 20 and 20 project pans. Trying to start off good, but it just looks like that. And, I mean, I like it. I don't think I would repurchase it, but we'll see. And for blush, I'm going to keep in my MAC Well Dressed. I think it will go well with that palette. For highlight, last week I used the Jeffree Star in Hypothermia. This makes a stunning eyeshadow topper. It's the one that I used in my 2020 project pan. I'll put that look on the screen. I love it as a highlight, but as a eyeshadow topper, like, I'm going to start pulling it just for that because the glitter and it comes across duochrome. I don't know how to explain it other than it's gorgeous. Put that up, pull, you guessed it, the Benefit High Beam. A lot of 20 and 2020 project pan items. I do love this one. I don't remember if I like layering it or not, so I want to try it on its own this week and maybe layering it next week. So we're going to pull this. And that's all for this. This is my Everything Eyes. It isn't an eyeshadow palette. I'm going to keep in, like, every week for, like, ever now. For a long time, at least. The Too Faced Brow Envy. I am having this in the 20 and 2020 project pan. You're so sick of me saying that. I'm sick of saying it. It's really hard to say, actually. And I'm also going to keep in my Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. This will absolutely be the last week that I can use this. It's, like, on its last leg, so going to use that up. And then for eyeliners, I'm going to keep in the Hard Candy eyeliner. It's a chrome eyeliner, and it's in the shade Hot Pants, and it looks like this. It's like a chrome pink color. At first I hated it, but I don't know what happened. Now I really like it. And I'm also going to keep in the Maybelline Color Tattoo. I just feel like a lot of those shades in that palette would like this little oomph underneath of it. So, going to keep that. I'm going to put up my Stila Shimmer and Glow. I'll put that look on the screen. It's in the color BOHEME, and I like it. I really do. It feels nice on the lids. I also used this Villains Collection Jelly Much Shadow in Spindle. I'll put that look on the screen. I just love these Jelly Much, especially like the purple one and that blue one. I'm not going to pull any of my singles just because that palette is rather large. I'm going to keep in my Urban Decay Primer Potion. That's been something I've been working on for like a year now. I'm going to put up this Pixie. I'm glad that I kept it in as long as that I did. It's a felt tip liner on one side and a kohl on the other, and I have learned how to use it. Although I don't feel like this is the one to get a wing because of how chunky the felt tip is. I'll show you. But like, do you see that? Like, it's huge. Not good for a wing. But we're going to put this one up, and I want to pull out my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. It's just another felt tip. I love felt tips. And, I think this color might be able to be used. So let's pull the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in Starfire. It's just a really pretty copper color. It just looks like that. These are so creamy as long as you keep the lids on them and they don't dry out. So yeah, that's all for this drawer. This is my way too stuffed lippy drawer. So I need to put up the color Scandal, and it was just like the purpley pink color that I used this week. And then I need to put up Clout. It's what I wore in my 20 and 2020 project pan. And I'm going to keep in that Kat Von D, not sure the shade. But it's just like a really pretty, let me give you a swatch. It's like a, I don't know, a really pretty nude. Goes with everything. And then I think, okay, so let's look at the palette. I have a nude. I could either do a brownie nude, another brownie nude, or like a pinky nude. Let's see. Well, I don't want to pull something that's going to be similar to that Kat Von D one I already have. So let's just pull Jeffree Star and Doll Parts. I almost pulled this last week. And it just looks like that. It's just like a true pink. Really pretty. One of my older liquid lips from him. And I'm going to keep in my Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm. It's still not my favorite, but it is growing on me. And that's all for this. Put up this palette. So last week, I used the Classic Cutie palette. Most of my looks I've already showed you. If there is it just looks like this. I love putting this in the crease. It's a really pretty purple crease color. And I know I used this one day. I think it's the day that I topped Jeffree Star on it. But I did think I used like the darker colors. And if I have that look, I'll put it on the screen now, or any other looks. I just love that palette. It's easy, it's go-to. It's a really nice one to use in conjunction with my singles, and I love getting my singles some use as well. And that's it. Let's look at all the items that overview of all the items that we've pulled. I am excited for to use my 20 and 2020 project pan items. I'm getting a really good start at that. I am excited for this Too Faced palette. I really think it's going to be a easy palette, even though it's a bigger palette. I'm very nervous about the base of my face this week, as in the foundation, primer, and powder. Let me know in the comments below some items that you're currently loving, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.